Oh my goodness, we're back in the anime.
Just really enjoying all that. What is happening?
I don't know, but I'm concerned and disturbed.
Little hands! Oh my god, they were like forks.
Oh wait, have we just jumped ahead to here?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is wild. We didn't...
Did you open on episode 3 of this arc?
I'm so... This is 7, right?
Yeah, episode 7 of season 1.
Wow.
Oh, they just have skipped that, and we're doing a flashback.
This is wild.
Flashback.
I mean, I guess we did have the phone call.
I guess so.
They just didn't introduce it there.
It's very weird. Like,
How
I'm just saying,
strange.
If we had spent a whole damn week between the last episode and this one, I would have no clue what's going on. I'd be like, who's missing?
Well, that'd be really foolish
Which
of
I guess
you.
is the point. Yeah, watching it in the intended way that it was released, yeah, that'd be crazy. What's that? Is that butterfly again? You know.
There's nothing intended about this. Everything is accidental and unplanned.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
Look, that moment where Rena's face pops up and her hair does a little doobie-doobie, that's like the best animated part of this whole damn show. What it is, Rena's getting the exact amount of time she needs. Just saying.
I don't agree.
That's what she deserves.
None of this is okay.
No. Rika just get some dumb flowers and a mask. Like, come on, guys.
What's wrong with a mask?
It's fine. It's a little
She
cat
needs
mask.
to look creepy. That's how this works.
No, she's not creepy, though. She's cute. That's creepy. She's got the blood.
There's nothing creepy about that.
Nah, dude. Creepy as heck. No, that's just weird.
Yeah, I'm still weirded out by this part of the intro every time we get to it.
Yeah.
It's just not comfortable.
There's just not much going on either. It's just like spitting. Oh, she's opening her eyes. And that's it. And symbolism. The symbolism happens. Nice. I do like the visual of Sadako on the moon. It's good stuff. Dekinai. We should do a sing along.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
It'd be so much fun though.
Holy crap, is that
Sing along the
Keiichi
whole
watering the plants?
Oh, another flashback.
Oh my gosh.
Suddenly it's like knives and flashbacks. This is great.
Why don't we just start in Arc 8 and flashback from there?
Dude, that'd be great. Just show the finale.
What?
It's Rika and she's doing the cat thing.
Is he fucking blind? How long has she been there for? Why is everyone in this show blind of characters that are less than 5 feet away from them?
Because they're stationary beings. Oh. Sweet Babby Rika.
Wow, she has mud on her dress and a scratch on her face.
A single scratch. A scuff more like, but yeah.
Yeah, Keiichi, did you do something bad?
Did you break into the little pig's house and blow down their house?
Man, I sure do hate it when there's wind.
It's very ominous.
Man, I'm just disappointed that the anime hasn't had, like, literal words appear on his face yet.
That would be the ultimate flip around. I'd give this anime a 10 out of 10. 10 out of damn 10 if that happened.
Just think about how many paragraphs went by in Keiichi's head in that time when the wind was blowing by.
About 20 minutes of monologue.
My throat's hurting just imagining it.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, hold on. Was Rika just wearing toed shoes?
Yeah.
That's illegal.
What do you mean it's illegal? What? Why is that illegal?
Ben.
What?
You're a criminal now.
What? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with toed shoes? They're like floppies, you know? So they're all ritual and shit.
No. You are officially a criminal.
And you ever worn thongs? Basically the same thing.
This is a very different monologue about cats.
It's a little cut down.
But, like, is it? I don't know. It's like a lot more one-sided, it feels. There's less back and forth.
Yeah. Daijoubu. Desuyo.
That's not how fringes work. Physics, unacceptable.
It doesn't matter. She needs to look more mysterious by like curtaining her face. See how you can see your eyes like through the hair? It's great.
That's pretty standard anime play, though.
No,
I'm not too
that.
worried about that.
I like that. I'm not worried about it. I love it. Her pose is like super weird.
Yeah,
It's
her
great.
legs could not hold up her body weight like that. The little sister cat. Okay, this is getting way too specific. This kind of defeats the purpose of the original dialogue. Well, Rika's got wind in her hair now.
There
She's
goes.
officially evil.
Yeah, watch out, older sister cat.
Uh-huh. You really... is that a fucking... Was that a fucking wobble board I just heard?
Yeah. Do-ba-da-da-do. Wow, this is still going. There's still more hair. There's a lot of hair blowing in this show. That's where the budget went. Rika's hair.
Just entirely... That's so weird. That entire dialogue is like the same metaphor, but just not getting to the same point.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah.
What the fuck is Keiichi doing in bed?
He's just sitting
That does
there.
not look comfortable.
Is he drawing? Or is he like right? No, he's just lying there.
He's
Oh.
just on his knees.
It's time.
He has a phone in his room again.
Yeah, dude. I think there's some mention at the end about the phone being like carried up from the kitchen to his room, but he seems to just only use the phone in his room in this one, in the anime.
I mean, it's kind of a redundant detail. Is she posing in this phone call as well?
Lord willing, posing seductively as anime girls should when they're on the phone.
No.
That's
Stop.
how that works. That's how she like projects her voice.
That
so
was
well.
nice. It was tidy. It introduced him as Gramps Kimiyoshi just then.
Yeah. And a little touch of like, I care about him.
Very convincing acting right now.
She's even got the voice, the facial expressions down. Look at her go.
Uh-huh.
It's the hair. Oh, metaphors.
Wait, what?
Keiichi's thinking about what if Rika got
Oh,
killed?
I see what's happened here. I follow.
That was art, dude. Did you see that?
It was very nice.
That was art.
Holy shit, he's got bars on the windows.
So he can't escape. Oh
This
no,
is
it's
Oh,
Rena's house. Rena's got bars on her windows.
Why does Rena have bars on her windows? And why did we
So she can't
introduce
escape.
this through her being in the shower?
Because the kids
Fuck
need Rena.
you,
side boob,
Studio
okay?
Dean.
I don't know. Dean is a bunch of perverts. Ruining her purity, honestly.
I agree for once. For one thing you've said about Rena.
Dean is ruining Rena's purity and she needs that. It's like her number one quality.
I've stopped agreeing with you because it just got weird.
As things should. She's detectiving. Look at her go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to be quite as overpowered in this as she is in the VN.
Oh, Lord willing.
Well, don't just yell when there could be murderers around.
Would you really expect there to be a murderer like in your home village?
Okay, Ben, it's a village where there has been 4 consecutive years of murders and someone has just disappeared.
Spiritual disappearance, not necessarily murders. One person dies or one person disappears. It's spirits and shit.
This is nonsense.
You're not going to be worried about scaring a ghost by like,
Oh,
shouting.
here we go. Here comes the next scene where Mion is.
I hope you're ready for the best animation. Here we go. Time for horse face.
Oh my goodness! Don't look up his butt like that, Mion.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no! Here we go.
It's all very dramatic.
Here we fucking go,
Oh, it's
boys.
so tense. I can feel Dean building the suspense.
Oh yes.
Cicadas in the background, the barely
Yeah.
moving mouth, the slow zoom. Look at him go.
All my favorite aspects of film.
Oh, here we
There it
go. Here we go. God. Now pay attention.
is. Oh. Ugh, yikes.
Oh,
Yikes.
no. And it's just the same animation back and forth.
Man,
oh, Dean,
that
I
is.
love you.
That is extraordinarily disappointing. That was perhaps one of the most interestingly described visuals in the VN, talking about how her eyes became like molten liquid.
Yeah.
But instead, her face has just become gelatin. It's not really quite as, convincing a description, is it?
No. Oh, she's all very horrifying. Maybe there's a different horse face Mion.
What the fuck was that nonsense?
That was Shion making a dumb face.
Ah.
I love it. Dean!
Still, as much as I might know what's going on, I can't stop myself from saying Mion in these scenes.
I can.
You just have a problem.
I'm a smart boy who remembers who's who most of the time.
Holy crap, did you see that visual clue just then?
Yeah, dude. Soy sauce bottles and stuff. All sorts of things.
Uh-huh.
There are no coincidences.
That's right. There are zero
There are
coincidences.
no coincidences. And then we'll cut away from the crime scene because who cares about showing us the crime scene properly? It's fine.
Well, they already did the one bit of visual foreshadowing they wanted to get out.
They showed us one clue that we had no preparation for.
That's right. It's not as though there was any context needed to describe the fact that they, had dinner one way or the other. Holy crap, Renna.
Oh, she's here for her scene.
I'd never really thought about it, but Renna does in fact wear, like, shin-high boots.
Yeah.
Is that
great.
in the VN?
Yeah. He never drew, like, the feet.
He never actually drew the full sprites?
No, I don't think so.
Really? I swear I've seen some. Maybe they were like fan
I think
edits.
they were fan edits.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't draw.
Renner is
shoes.
just completely gearing up to be like a late 90s punk.
Yeah, dude. She's ready to rebel. She's out in the streets, dude.
The only thing she needs
She's
is
throwing
laces the whole way up the front of them.
Have you seen? Oh my god, they're amazing.
Have I seen what?
Her boots. It's like basically what we're looking at.
No, but there's only one lace at the top. It needs to be like one enormous lace the whole way up.
You're right.
All of my goth punk friends own a pair of those.
They're amazing. Look, Renna has impeccable fashion sense. If there's one thing I'll say about her, one singular positive quality, is it a CG water wheel?
Yes, we've been over this many times. For some fucking reason, there's a 3D fucking watermill in there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The Tomita Tofu Shop. It's the Tomita Shop. Does he own that?
Well, this is nice. We're getting this at least. This was in Arc 5 originally?
What?
The thing about the tofu shop in this much detail. Like, we mentioned it.
Do not remember. I do not remember the Tofu Shop conversation.
Foolish, Ben.
Look, it's been a while.
Maybe it was in Arc 2. I don't really remember.
I thought it was Arc 2.
Like, we definitely talk about the fact that they went shopping, but I don't think it's, like, the details of it.
I mean, all of these clues that she's, like, going over were in the VN. Although I feel like there were, like, 3 scenes between the most recent scene and this one.
Well, also, a large part of this was introduced when they got to the compound.
Yeah, for sure.
Which means that we don't get an extensive chapter there.
Well, that's sad.
So disappointing.
I just want more time with my lovely
If
children.
they knew beforehand, they wouldn't have been cooking. Her detective work seems a lot less, like, impressive
in this one.
In this presentation.
Yeah.
Like, the whole confronting Mion at the end, or Shion at the end of Watanagashi was like such a what the fuck moment. This is just like, oh, I guess she's paying attention to things we were never shown.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking big soy sauce bottle.
Yeah, dude.
Holy crap.
She's ready to drink soy sauce.
Is she riding her bike without shoes?
I think
That's
so.
uncomfortable. Why are we just having this all given to us so quickly?
I don't know. I mean, the scene was pretty extensive, I think, in the VN as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't like... Come on. Here we go. Just give us the pamphlet. Oh, okay, good. She didn't give us that part. That means there's still some suspense.
Yeah, that said, she had a much smirky grin on her face when she
Oh,
said
it's
last time.
Suishi!
It's the boy!
Excellent question, Rana.
What? No! Did you see that? Why are they here?
I definitely did see that.
Why are the police here for you? I'm not the culprit. That is the thing you would say if you were the culprit.
The delivery was not fantastic on that.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it's not like you've been talking about anything. Very funny. Very funny. Funny joke.
He's a funny man. Oh, it's time for the twist.
Oh my goodness.
I actually really enjoyed this scene at the end because I don't think you expected them to just like throw this twist at us, which was great. It's a great moment. Oh.
Oh no.
He's figured it out.
Oh dear.
What was that?
That was me turning my volume all the fucking way up.
Why would you do that?
Just for fun, you know?
God.
It's real intimate and close, just like people like
horrifying.
having it on the radio.
It's horrifying. I hate it.
Yeah, you get a lot of vocal fry this way, which isn't really very
And
pleasant.
you've turned me down, it looks like.
No, I haven't.
How could you?
I've just had us more quiet.
How dare you?
I don't necessarily think you're the culprit. However, unnecessarily, I do think you're the culprit.
I think there's a non-zero chance that you are the culprit, you see.
It was already a rumor by the next day. That's not credible evidence, you git. How long have you had this job?
Literally since I was born.
Holy
From the
crap.
clone vats.
I wish I could be that experienced at a job.
Dude, if I was born with like a pen in my hand, let's go. A cop badge.
Why? Why that?
Because then I could be a cop like Higurashi.
Uh-huh.
I could be best boy.
All right. Something horrible.
The other three? What do you mean the other three?
Excellent question.
Oh. Automatic!
What do you mean?
Automatic that shit.
And
Keiichi as well. Oh, was she on one of them?
wow, that was the most evil way he possibly could have said that. That was amazing.
Dude, he's straight up an antagonist. He's great.
Oh no.
Which is great. He goes from friendly neighborhood cop to like crazy antagonist to the worst person who Keiichi wants to kill, and then back to friendly cop again. He's great.
Do we really need a flashback to literally like 3 lines ago?
Yes.
Come on, anime.
Nobody can remember that much or that frequently, you know.
Ring, ring, banana phone.
Boop, 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 boop.
No, it's not. That can't be possible.
But what if
Ooh,
it
good
was
save, Keiichi.
Shmion?
Good save.
Just say Shmion. It's much easier, Keiichi.
You're right.
That's how you tell them apart. You call them the same thing. Or just bop one on the head. Then you'll be able to tell them apart.
Huh?
Don't
Oh my goodness, what are we going to get for the eyes?
get too excited. We'll see.
I'm really not expecting much. They can try at least. They can try.
Let's see. Let's see if they do try.
Why does that matter?
Here he goes, KG Big Brain.
Galaxy Boy!
That's the one.
Wow, that sounded really evil, that line.
God, they're like
Next
choir
thing
in
you're
the
going to tell
background.
me... Yeah, no, the sound in this is so much better than the visual novel.
No, absolutely. Wait, Ben, the visual novel? I don't know about that. We got to compare to fucking clipping sound
Damn.
effects, dude. Get out of life.
He punched the floor so hard.
Yeah, dude. You know, the sound design in this show is actually not terrible. Like, except when they're like, boobs are bouncing.
Is her face about to come through the phone, please?
Just pops
Please.
out.
That's right. Or right as he went missing. Oh, sorry, I fucked up the line. Can we do it? Take a do-over?
No. Let's chat forever.
Fuck.
And she laughs.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, of course that's what happened. Of course we just did the punch
They
in
just do that every time.
it stops being funny.
It's predictable. Guys, come on.
It's terrible.
Dean, come on. You do better than this. I know you're just one guy
Just
working
literally
out
one
of his
person.
mother's basement, trying to do the best he can, stealing radio station computers to
That's
record
exactly
shit,
it.
You know, you can do better, Dean. I believe in you.
Me too. Here are the notes circulating the community. Why does the community have circulating notes? Why can't they just use the internet?
Because who needs the internet when you have the power of community and friendship?
Why would... I'm so confused.
What do you think the world ran on before the internet? It was friendship. That's where all the toxic
Right.
trollers went.
And that's what this story is about.
yeah,
Suddenly,
power
everything makes
of
sense.
the internet, friendship.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo, domestic violence.
You fucked, KG. Domestic violence, are you implying that they're in a relationship and that she's striking her partner? I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, if that's what you're shipping, that's what you're cheering for,
You know
Ben.
what? I'm okay with it.
You
You know what?
can't have
Just
your
in this-
cake and
look,
eat it too.
Just in this one situation, Renna, I'm okay with it.
What's this? Is this the source thing?
Well, this is a coincidence.
Well, now we're taking credit away from Renna being a genius.
We are, because it's just a random note that popped up.
In fairness, the original note, I believe, was in a tip, so we needed to put it in somehow.
It's true.
So this is all right. Why? There's not really as much reason to apologize here as there is in the VN.
Yeah. We don't get as much introspective nonsense. Wish? Who wishes for what? You fools. Succumb to the endless tragedy.
This bass line is really just awful.
Why do you say it's awful? What's wrong with it?
It's just got like no groove.
I love it. To be fair, though, I think my favorite piece of music from Higurashi is the main theme, which I don't think actually appears in the show until Arc 7.
Uh-huh.
At least not in a way that I noticed it. So like it's probably in other parts. But that was when I first noticed it.
I see.
They like play the whole thing, I think.
See, this part of the bass is a bit better. It's just got like there's like not enough definition for it to like really have any punch.
I think it's fine.
It's just constant low end with like no definition.
This is why you're the music guy, and I'm just the guy who enjoys music. You know, whatever, dude. There you go. Yay, Oishi.
Holy crap, is that the inside of his car with things actually outside the windows? Oh, nope, they ruined it. They ruined it. Kumagai!
Kumagai!
Why was his first talking roll?
Oh!
I don't actually know if it was. I've kind of lost track.
Wait, his first?
Yeah.
No, he talked in the last episode.
Oh, did he? Shit.
In episode 4 of Arc 1, he showed up for like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, because he made the phone call. Right.
Yeah, he made like one line, I think.
Well, he said his name now, so it's still an improvement.
I suppose so. So we're gonna bust out the rocket launcher.
I mean, that would have been a good plan.
Yeah, dude.
It would have been. Oh my goodness. Are you saying that we're sending him in as bait?
Rena being a big girl. I love her. Ugh. Remember that time she stood up to Oishi? Like the most intimidating person on the damn show?
You telling me Ueshi's intimidating?
Relative to the other characters.
You know what, that's a fair point. He doesn't seem terribly intimidating.
You suck.
He seems incredibly manipulative, not very intimidating.
Literally the worst.
Bye, Rena. Just stay with Ueshi, Keiichi. It's safe. He's the police.
No, he's not the police. He is a police.
No, he is the police. We've been over this.
Kuma-chan is the police, though. Oh, and that's it.
We're
just
here
walking
now.
in. What happened to like the ingredients and the whatever? It doesn't matter. She's like, "How dare you do that to Keiichi?"
We're going in anyway.
In we go. All right, I guess that's the plan now.
That was fucking quick. Was she just waiting there at the gate?
Yeah, dude. She knew. She knew that the protagonists were coming along. So she put on her best villain robe.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're killing people, you got to put on the villain robe.
Yeah, dude.
She just didn't have enough time to get it bloody.
Yeah.
He really is just such a good guy. Such an upstanding young gentleman.
So good that he's going to get heckin' murdered, because that's what he always does.
Fucking hurry up and get murdered, Keiichi.
Come on, dude. There's only 10 minutes left in the episode.
Oh, look at that sly side glance. You can tell she's up to something.
Look at the way that Rena's hair like sticks out in front of her. Like blades. Like she's about to stab someone with her hair.
It's really silly.
It's great.
What's the line from Harry Potter where it's like, someone might think you're up to something?
That's the one. Up to something, Potter. Yeah. We love Snape. We love that boy.
That's what Mion's like in this scene.
Shion, you mean?
Yeah. I'll never get it right.
Remember you solved this, right? Remember that was the thing? Yeah.
That's right. She's asking to be called by that name. I can respect that.
That's true. It's true. She's asking literally no one, but she's asking, she's asking Mion, who was Shion, to be Shion so that she can be Mion. But that's off screen and hasn't happened yet in the story, so, you know.
Oh no, her hands are shaking, and I can't tell if it's because they didn't animate it right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she's definitely shaking on purpose.
She's shaking. Not incidental animation.
Here we go. Time to re-explain the same thing over again.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I love how that was just a freeze frame reaction shot.
Wow, this is a lot more intense than I imagined this reaction being. Are they trying to carry across the, like, formication theme here? Or are they just trying to make us seem fucking crazy?
I think it's the latter, I'll be honest. Otherwise it'd be the finger or the wrist scratching, right?
Yeah.
She's just running her fingers through her hair. Like she's stressed. Trying to pull her hair out. Rena's stare in this is intense. Nobody blinks either.
Why would they blink? It's a waste of time.
Oh my god.
Besides, considering the sound design in this episode, it's going to end up like the Ewoks did in episode 6.
Yeah, for sure. Just like real weird. Stop that. Stop that. Stop being an Ewok. There are no Ewoks in this room. There's
This is
exposition
cool. I
happening.
like this.
There's exposition happening.
Is that like literally an ogre right there?
Yeah, dude.
Impressive, impressive. Do you recall?
I don't recall shit. There you go.
Come on, give us some fucking graphics on screen. Do it. I dare you. I dare you.
They would never.
Do it.
It's time for the old bait and switch.
Fucking.
The gamble of a lifetime.
You see, Renna's saying there's no need to show it at all makes a lot more sense when she's in a full robe and would have had to have just completely exposed herself.
Yes.
I think that was actually a much smarter decision than a t-shirt.
The shirt, yeah. Oh, here comes the bullshit. Here comes Shion's bullshit. Watch out.
Is she going to do her full rant about the village?
I don't know if
We're
we have
just
time.
skipping it. Yeah, I don't think we
have
do
like
have time.
8 minutes left in this credits.
I have a joke prepared on my script for when it happens.
I don't know, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I don't think it happens, but hey, who
You just didn't
knows?
hear what I said, did you?
What?
No, he didn't.
What?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about canned meat.
What a wise idea, Renna.
Renna, you're a good girl, and we love you, and we stand Renna. You know,
In this household, we stand
Renna.
up.
What? Dup.
We stand up.
Oh.
Because she
Awful.
stood up on screen as it happened.
That's a bad joke.
Yeah, you know what else is a
Cut
bad
that.
joke?
Cut that.
It's amazing. It's amazing that we went from Eminem's album coming out with the song about Stan to Stan being like a universal fandom term.
It's a good meme.
Eminem is a powerful boy.
Oh, look, it's the boob grab, except it's just
Calm
a
down.
handhold. Okay, fine. We should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never actually watched that show.
Why do you say that now?
What do you mean? We're talking about stands and shit. Isn't that a JoJo thing? Or have I been misled?
Why would it be a JoJo thing?
What thing is it? What's it from?
I just told you.
What?
From Eminem. Like the
What?
rapper.
That doesn't make sense. It's just from Eminem? What are you talking about? You crazy. You crazy.
He released a song
Uh-huh.
about a guy who was a stalker / fan.
Okay.
And then it became a thing from there.
That's-
I'm like pretty
That's
sure.
literally where that came from?
I'm pretty
oh my
sure.
God. I thought it was just a coincidence you were laughing at. It's crazy. That's some crazy trivia we're learning today. I thought it was like a JoJo's term that just happened to be used by Eminem.
I don't think so.
Some shiz. Anyway, here comes the death chamber. It's a big rocky thing. Time
I'm ready.
for murder.
I'm emotionally prepared.
I hope you're ready. Ooh. It's an abrupt cut to the inside of this weird storage room. Today I am learning about the term stan. It's not, in fact, a weeb term. Term?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something to say about like these past couple of episodes that we haven't just said about the series in general already. Because, like, a lot of it's just the same pacing complaints, but, like, it's still cohesive enough that I don't think it's a major problem.
No, I mean, it still conveys the story. It doesn't, like, do it as, like, introspectively as the VN does, which is, I think, to its detriment. But it also has the bonus of not being so fucking long. So, like, take your pick. The like, main objective complaints that we have is, like, the animation, which is clearly choppy at best.
Yeah.
Like, the close-up shots are great, but when characters, like, talking and having conversations, they're just really boring to look at.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's also that, you know, even though the story probably could have been, like, twice as long in the anime and still been, like, at a good, you know, consumable pace. This is a lot more extensive than I imagined this cell structure being.
Yeah, dude. That's why I was confused when we read the VN. I was like, damn, that's tiny. It's like 2 rooms. And then the screaming begins.
And it never stops.
Yeah, there's a lot of this. It's very uncomfortable.
I do believe that is the point.
I know. He sees it coming. He deserves it, honestly.
What happened to the fucking stun gun?
There is no stun gun here.
That's shit.
No, well, in that moment, there's no stun gun.
That's like a nice bit of continuity.
No, we don't need continuity here.
Here we go into the long abstract rant about what it means to be Mion.
Here we go. Oh, look at her licking the nail. God, she's so
She didn't even
seductive.
lick it. She just, like, wiped it on her lips.
It's very weird. It's all your fault, you dummy.
Nice.
No. The smile on
Look
Renner's
at the
face,
realization. Did you see the
nothing.
big realization animation on his face just then?
I did.
No, you didn't.
His eyes, like, got wide and stuff.
No,
It's
they
great.
didn't. They were exactly the same. They didn't move.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, it's just about strange o'clock.
Time to get a PB&T.
Things are getting a little bit weird. Still the best joke you've ever made, Ben.
Thank you.
It's all downhill from there.
Nah. My humor's always been the same. Does not improve or deprove.
Careful, Funk will call me out on that.
Here we go. I mean, what are we doing if we're not fighting Funk?
That's an excellent question.
What's the point? Without Funk, we'd be nothing. Cut that.
Yeah, I'm definitely cutting that.
Thank you.
Wow,
See, this scene is actually getting the time of day, which is good.
I know, it's getting just enough time to establish her as a yandere.
Yay. She likes to tie you up and do weird
All she
physical
needs to do
things
is
to you.
unbuckle his belt before we continue.
Oh, God.
Okay, what is with the proportions there?
She's so much smaller.
His chest is like
huge.
6 feet wide.
Oh, it's amazing. She's so much smaller than him, although her boobs are, like, bigger than his head.
But, like, look at how wide his chest is.
No, I know. It's insane.
That's some Kylo Ren shit right there.
Oh, my God. Keiichi's new Kylo Ren.
Fucking kiss him. Do it. Make all of the weebs
I'm
happy.
sorry for desecrating your body is what she means. Oh. Yeah, don't do it.
That's right. Take that advice.
Be a smart boy. Ah, there it is. There's the tease.
Hefty yikes.
Oh, and Renner's there to protect him.
Interesting. That pit is like seriously huge there.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought they didn't allow it to be played on the news. This is a contradiction in
now.
motives.
They do now. No, Rena. She's the only one in the town at this point.
And truly, this is the greatest tragedy of Higurashi.
No, you can't leave Rena alone. What's she gonna do? Hang out with Tomoto Nakamura? Get out of life. Too sad.
Man, he just didn't listen, did he?
Nah.
The fucking dummy.
Look, he sees a cute girl. He walks up to her and gets fucking stabbed.
Can she at least shoot him in the anime?
Nah. That'd be a pretty good thing, though. If she just pulled out the toy pistol. and
Keiichi, I'm
just,
going to take a
shot him.
wild guess and say no, she's not okay.
Have you seen those eyes? Now you run. Now you run. Keiichi, get
Don't overdo what?
that. Don't stab me quite so hard, please.
Nice.
And then she pranced off into the woods like a gazelle.
Let's be real, she would have woken Keiichi's parents up.
It's true. Mm. Cover up that damn leg.
What was the point of that foot?
It's indecent. It's like the Victorian times when they're showing ankles. Like, ooh, my ankle is showing. Not my corpse ankle.
Dude, did you see that product placement?
What product was it?
Ueshi's getting some fucking big advertising bucks from this franchise.
Oh my god, so should we.
First from the air conditioning, then from the cigarettes. Next, it's going to be the car.
A ghost. I keep telling you.
It's got
ghosts
to be
everywhere.
a ghost.
It's Treon. It's the ghost
Do
Treon.
you remember Mio Takano's death? What does that have to do with anything?
She's also a ghost. The
What?
ghost was burned.
What? She couldn't have been dead before she died.
Yeah, dude. Unless she's a ghost.
Dude, that's wild. Some wild accusations.
There's some meaty legs, though. Those legs just clopping on down.
He just continued
Like
out
a-
of the room.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's time.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah. And again, the
That's
scene.
not that bad.
No, not that. Keiichi's reaction is a lot different to this in the VN. This is something I actually really like about the VN is that in that scene, Keiichi's like, oh shit, here we go again. Whereas in the anime, he's like, oh no! Keiichi, his line is like, in the VN is like, I kind of knew you'd end up coming here and killing me.
Yeah, it's much
I
more
guess it was
of an
inevitable.
edgelord.
Yeah, I love that. I don't like the like, oh no, things are trying to kill me. I like his lines in the VN.
Yeah.
He's kind of like accepting it.
I had fun performing them.
For sure. I enjoyed listening to you perform them.
Ugh, did you listen to it after I added a bunch of effects to it?
I did, but that was a while ago. It's been too many years. I remember it was all spooky and shit, and it sounded like there were ghosts in the recording.
You know, even though the story probably could have been like twice as long in the anime and still been like at a good, you know,
Sure.
consumable pace. I do wonder, especially when you look at what Dean did with Fate Stay Night, where they like crammed all three into one season
God.
as the same arc.
Why?
Like, this is still a lot more faithful than they did for that.
For sure.
And, you know, I'm glad that we at least got this rather than the alternative, which would be do one timeline where everything happens.
Oh no. I mean that's a problem with a lot of adaptations that they just try to cram everything in. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I know Little Busters, despite being like pretty good to look at, like there's a poppin', like the colors really pop on that show, and the jokes are pretty good. But they try to cram all of the different like arcs into the same continuation.
Yeah.
And part of the like appeal of the visual novel is it's like it's a romance. Like all of the characters as you go down the different routes, you're like, and what if we were girlfriend and boyfriend? And how cool would that be? And so you get to like really explore the like core nature of the characters. And yet that's cut out when it's just, all right, we've done the Kumari arc and now we are no longer a couple. It's now time for Kuragaya, and we're just going to kind of hang out and stuff. Like the emotion doesn't feel as raw as complete in those.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, Higurashi kind of forces it upon the anime because of the nature that it like intrinsically deals with repeating timelines.
No, for sure. I think if they tried to cut out the like repeating timelines elements, I think that it would have really hurt the story.
Definitely.
Because that's such a huge part of like why the events matter.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how most people seem to pitch it. I remember J.R.R. Carter's review of Higurashi. He said like, it's the same people dying, but in different ways was like the way that he pitches it in his review. Which is a pretty like simplistic way of looking at it. But like, it's got that Groundhog Day feel. It's got that like nihilism vibe. And I think that just by having one timeline, we'd lose all of that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's no Endless 8, thank God. But yeah, it's a good time.
I do think that the animation is actually like better than I was expecting in the show as well. Like obviously it's still super jank and there's like that whole ladder scene, but at least it's still moving.
I suppose so.
I was afraid from what I've seen elsewhere from Dean that it was going to be like entirely static.
Sure.
And you know, maybe it still is pretty static, but the story is at least static enough that it works in the amount that it's kind of balancing out, I think.
I mean, on the same kind of flow of things, like as you say, this isn't a Fate series. Like Fate is known for having these like big epic battles and like these really eccentric like character designs, like historical figures and stuff. Higurashi doesn't really have that, and so it can get away with having a lot more like static scenes where two characters are just talking. I mean, that's what the VN is, right? Like, Urushi doesn't really write a lot of fight scenes in Higurashi until Arc 4, really. He doesn't write a lot of that sort of stuff. So we can get away with having a little less flourish, I suppose.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, I've seen clips, mainly just GIFs of, like, the J-dramas and the TV adaptations for it. And it's just like...
really bland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about like the cartoony nature of the VN and of anime and I guess manga that like helps this series.
No, sure.
This like not to say that this couldn't be done in live action, but it'd have to be like so much grittier, I think, for things to not seem just goofy.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the contrast again that Dean tries to pull off. Like, they really do in the club sequences like take advantage of the animation. They make all of the faces look really weird and goofy and exaggerated. Like Mion has some really fantastic faces where her mouth is like 3/3 of her face and her eyes are slits and she has that like droopy, like goofy look. I really love the faces that they've drawn for that. And again, like the close-up shots during the horror segments are also like quite well done when they're not moving around a bunch. It seems like when the animation team got the chance to just like, all right, this is your one frame that you need to draw, those are great. But when they're like, we got to show frantic movement, like they're crazy. They just cannot make that work.
Yeah. I think like it's weird because I was trying to think while you were discussing there of like any franchise I can think of that's like set in a like high school setting that takes itself appropriately seriously enough. Like I guess Stranger Things is the obvious comparison because they also have like a very similar underlying thematic.
No, for sure. I have kids and friendship and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I think setting any story in like a high school type setting or middle school type setting, depending on what your terminology is,
sure,
is it's just like a real risky thing to play because a lot of the problems that the story deals with, I feel like people wouldn't take them as seriously with actual kids delivering it. Like the voice in your own head delivering these things kind of
Sure.
makes it feel more meaningful, I guess. Like obviously I think that there'd be some really outstanding actors who probably could pull it off. But when I think of like, you know, high school age dramas, I think of like fucking bullshit, you know, long running soap operas.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we have like the appropriate child actors to pull that off. Certainly not with like a full cast. I don't know, like Stranger Things, as you say, is like a good example of that. And I hear that the first It movie that came out, I guess a couple of years ago now, was pretty good. But trying to make like a long running TV show with all child actors trying to pull off the stuff that they are in here, especially when we get to like self-harm and I don't know, it's tricky, right? Trying to get kids that young to like portray something so potentially like meaningful, I think is very tricky. But yeah, I definitely think that, I mean, it's a staple of Japanimation, saying things in high school. I remember being surprised when I saw that Golden Time, which is a similar vibe to some of these shows, was like set in college. That's crazy. Why would you set a Japanime in a college? But yeah, I definitely think that like we're at the point where Japan has solidified their brand when it comes to high school drama and high school anime. Like,
I think you were also talking like back when we were covering Umineko about how
God, 3 years ago, yeah?
Yeah, about, well, it wasn't that long ago.
Almost.
It definitely was not.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're not even close.
No, we're getting there.
About
which episode?
when we were looking at how, you know, like high school, I don't remember the context of it, but that like high school was perceived in Japan as like the best time in your life or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas for a lot of people in the Western world, that's like explicitly the opposite.
The opposite, yeah. College is the best time of your life, because that's when you have like the freedom to study what you want and you get a bit more independence. Whereas in Japan, like, I guess, I don't know, I mean, I shouldn't speak for, you know, Japan culture so generally, but like, my impression is that once you get into college, that's when the responsibilities pile up. That's when the whole like work at your own thing starts to kick in. You know, maybe I'm wrong. People tell us in the comments. We're having a good time rambling here, but some questions we cannot answer on our own.
All right. Well, on to Tatari Goroshi.
Tutaru.
Next time.